seated. Good evening. Our graduation ceremony will begin in a few moments. I want to take this opportunity to remind our guests that this is a very special and dignified event. To show respect for our graduates and all those in attendance, we respectfully ask that you please refrain from using any noisemakers during the ceremony. In addition, in a show of respect to each of our graduates, we ask that you remain quiet between each name being read so that family members and friends of each graduate can enjoy the moment. Finally, at the conclusion of our ceremony, there will be a recessional for our graduates. We ask that you please remain seated until all graduates have exited the field. You will be able to unite with the graduates on the concourse or outside of the stadium. We thank you for your cooperation and understanding of these requests. Once again, we will begin the ceremony in a few moments.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Who knew all the planes we flew, the things we've been through, that I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger with small. Turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all graduating, the vibe is feeling strong. It was small, turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood come first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I would do, you were standing there by my side, and now you gon' be with me for the last ride. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Good evening and welcome to this historic inaugural graduation ceremony for the Dalton Academy. At this time, we ask that you please rise as we welcome the class of 2022. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare that was bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Good evening, graduates, parents, family members, and honored guests. Welcome to the Dalton Academy's inaugural graduation ceremony here at the Dalton Stadium. On behalf of the principal of the Dalton Academy, Dr. Matthew Madrios, it is an honor and a privilege to stand before you tonight. This group of graduates is filled with hardworking, respectful young students anxious to commence with the rest of their life. Tonight's ceremony is a historical occasion. I am pleased all of you could join us to celebrate our graduates. I especially would like to recognize the educators in attendance tonight. If you taught one of our graduates sometime during their 13 years of schooling, please stand. Thank you for being here to honor our graduates. Buenas noches, graduados, padres, familia y invitados de honor. Bienvenida a la graduación inaugural de la Dalton Academy, aquí en el estadio de Dalton. Al parte del director de la Academia de Dalton, el Dr. Matthew Madrios, es un honor y un privilegio poder estar delante de ustedes esta noche. Este grupo de graduados está lleno de duros hombres y mujeres, jóvenes, trabajadores, respetuosos y ansiosos por comenzar con el resto de su vida. La ceremonia de esta noche es una ocasión histórica y me complace que todos ustedes podrían unirse conmigo esta noche para celebrar nuestros graduados. Especialmente me gustaría reconocer a los educadores presentes esta noche. Si enseñaste uno de nuestros graduados en algún momento durante sus 13 años, por favor ponte de pie. Gracias por estar aquí para honrar y celebrar nuestros graduados. Now, please join me as we welcome to the stage Christopher Jacobo.
Hello and good evening. Dr. Medeiros, Mr. Delat, Dr. Tim Scott, Dalton Board of Education Administration, teachers, family, friends, and fellow class of 2022 graduates. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. I am Christopher Jacobo. Wow, time has gone by so quickly. I remember while at our 8th grade promotion ceremony, thinking that this day, our graduation, seemed so far away as if we had all the time in the world. Now that it is here, honestly, I do not know if I'm ready to leave. Coming back to this building has a great sense of juxtaposition. It was both a blessing and a curse. I give that credit to our amazing administration and teachers. I know without a doubt I am ready to begin this chapter of my life because of the strong foundation that was laid for me here at the Dalton Academy. Because of the strong relationships we have forged while beginning this new endeavor, I know without a doubt I am ready to begin this chapter of my life. Oh wait, hold on. It is going to be very difficult to let go and forge a new path of my own. Our journey to today takes me back to that oh so familiar Robert Frost poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in the yellow wood, and sorry we could not travel both. Fellow Pumas, we were presented with such a road, our own diverged metaphoric path. We had the familiar, the worn, the safe road of Dalton High School. We knew it, we understood it. Some of us had even traveled it for the last 3 years. Now, others amongst us had lost their home, the beloved Morris. Thank you for coming to the Dalton Academy with open minds and a renewed spirit for learning. I know this part of the journey has not been easy, but I believe deep down inside each of us lies a curious spirit. We are pioneers, founders, architects. We chose the path less traveled and are blazing it for all our future Pumas. We founded every sport, every club, every extracurricular activity, you name it. We did that. And now, the future Pumas will continue to preserve and improve our legacy that we have set for them. It has not been easy. I will admit that at times I question myself and the choice to attend the Dalton Academy. Just like any inaugural program, kinks have occurred, that is expected. Thanks to the amazing administration and staff, however, the said kinks were easily ironed out. Getting used to a smaller environment, for example, was tough. But with the love and support from teachers and administration, I soon learned the small environment turned into one big family. And in the sports we did not succeed, we prevailed in others. A great example would be our men's mighty soccer team. And even though our other sports teams were not all powerful like our men's soccer, they still all emerged battle-hardened. Throughout my years in school, I've always been fascinated with history and social studies. And now, I got a chance to make history. All of us. Everything we ever did in the Dalton Academy was historical because we got to be the first one to do anything and everything. But the most historical of all is us here, the first graduating class of 2022. To quote Robert Frost again, I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere, ages and ages hence, two roads diverge in a wood. We could not travel both. And that, hold on. We took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you all. God bless. Good night. Now please join me as we welcome to the stage our 2022 valedictorian, Ashley Alvarez.
Good evening, fellow classmates. If I were to ask you what was the hardest year in your life, what would be your answer? Maybe 6th grade when your first phases of puberty started. Maybe 2020. For some has been the hardest because of the pandemic. For me, it was when I was 12 years old. It was when I was 12 that I lived with my family in north central Mexico. There the mornings are beautiful. The bright sun rises at the east with brilliant pink and purple colors. The dry land with a glaring sun. At the land what was my life, a land that I love. At the age of 12 years old, I left that beautiful land and came here to the US. Like someone of you here, I came to this country not knowing the language. I left everything in Mexico, my family, my friends. I have to adapt to a new environment, to a new school, to a new everything. It was hard, but at that time, I had no choice than study and learn. If I didn't try then, I wouldn't be here giving this speech now. In that time, when everything looked like a heavy storm's coming toward me, I remember one of the phrases that my mom called me, even now. Nobody is born knowing. Nadie nace sabiendo. You have to learn. You have to practice. You have to study. Nobody knows everything, and that's okay. Nobody's perfect, but we are perfectly imperfect, and that is also fine. I'm not a very optimistic person. Those who know me can tell you that I'm very negative, and I always see the worst ways of things. But deep in my heart, I know that everyone has the capacity to achieve whatever they want, whatever they fight for. It's going to be hard. There will be challenges in life, but when you surpass those challenges, you will feel the better of the world. My point is that if someone tells you that you can do it, try harder and show them that their words are powerless and will not hurt you. Don't mind what others say. Live your life, be happy, and feel free. We are the proof that dreams can become true. Today we are graduating. We are a step ahead to achieve more dreams, to start a new step of life. I knew that everyone have a different story, but today we have something in common. We are the first generation to graduate from the Dalton Academy. We are making history. We are the proof that everything is possible, because nobody is born knowing, and we are the proof that learning is a way of life. Be lifelong learners. Nadie nace sabiendo. Las cosas se tienen que aprender. Parte de la vida es cometer errores y aprender de ellos. No volver a tropezar con la misma piedra, podríamos decirle. Hoy muchos de nosotros estamos cumpliendo un sueño, no solo nuestro, sino de aquellos que tuvieron que dejar todo, familia, amigos y país natal, para venir y buscar una vida mejor. Hay que ser agradecidos con aquellos que están o estuvieron trabajando para que nosotros hoy estemos aquí. Es el esmero y la dedicación de nuestros padres, maestros y amigos lo que nos tiene aquí hoy. Hoy con orgullo puedo decir que vengo de México, que tuve que aprender inglés y que fui un newcomer. No me avergüenzo de ello. No me da vergüenza ser como soy, y mucho menos de dónde vengo. Muchos de los graduados hoy comparten conmigo el mismo sentimiento. Nos sentimos orgullosos de ser quienes somos, de lo que hemos podido lograr. No solo el hecho de que hoy estemos aquí o que nos graduemos, sino el hecho de que hemos logrado superar muchos obstáculos, que muchos de nuestros padres tuvieron que enfrentar muchas cosas para llegar a este país. No solo nosotros, también nuestros familiares, ya sean padres, abuelos, tíos o cualquier relación que tengan hoy con el graduado, han tenido que superar muchas barreras y problemas para estar aquí hoy con nosotros. Pero quiero que hoy piensen que todo ese esfuerzo ha valido la pena. que todos esos sacrificios que tuvieron que hacer y que hacen aún por nosotros, pronto van a empezar a dar frutos. Hoy no deberían sentirse reprimidos, hoy es un día para sentirse orgulloso. Por fin su graduado está cumpliendo un sueño, por fin está buscando una vida mejor y está luchando por estar aquí, por estar por nosotros. Todos hoy estamos aquí gracias a su sacrificio y quiero agradecerles porque si no fuera por su decisión de venir aquí, yo no estaría aquí, muchos no estaríamos aquí. Pero la vida hoy nos ha dado esta oportunidad y espero que la aprovechemos al máximo. Hoy todos deberíamos estar orgullosos. Es un día para ser felices y regocijarnos con nuestro gran esfuerzo, de sentir que podemos comernos al mundo si queremos, porque somos quienes somos y no nos debe de dar pena. En cambio, nos debe de hacer sentir especiales, porque todos somos imperfectamente imperfectos. Now, please join me as we welcome Lexus Stacy.
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and fellow graduates. My name is Lexus Stacy, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for allowing me to give this speech today. I can feel the excitement this day brings all throughout the stadium. I look at the faces of my classmates sitting before me and think back to all of the wonderful memories I will cherish for the rest of my life. I am awestruck that these last 4 years have flown by so fast. We all remember graduating middle school and eagerly awaiting the next time we would walk across the stage. The personality changes we have experienced is something unimaginable to our 12-year-old selves. I started high school with a good head on my shoulders and the goal of graduating with AP honors. But not everything in life goes as planned. As my freshman year progressed, I felt so much pressure to keep good grades and felt my worth came from my achievements. With the pressure this put on me, I started experiencing bad panic attacks and would often have breakdowns about my workload in the classroom. As the end of the year was approaching, I was diagnosed with severe anxiety and depression. With this diagnosis, I had to accept that my mental health was more important than taking advanced classes. This alone caused a whirlwind in my high school journey because my future would not be exactly as I had planned. My sophomore and junior year went by pretty smoothly. Of course, there were still some mental health issues and a broken ankle with a bar implant. We also can't forget to mention that COVID graced us with its presence in these years as well. These were all pivotal moments, but I still feel that my senior year has been the most challenging and caused the most growth. At the end of our junior year, everyone before me decided to take a new path and go to the Dalton Academy. Some came from Dalton High, some from Morris Innovative, and some just planned on doing virtual. Although we all started our paths in the same way, each one is personal. At the beginning of this school year, I was dead set on going to Kennesaw State to get the degrees required to become an adolescent therapist. I had gone on multiple tours, applied, got accepted, and even filled out my FAFSA. In late October, I realized that I still had my freshman year mindset. I was listening to the outside world's opinion on success and believed I had to receive a college degree to survive in life. The thing is, success comes from hard work and dedication, not a degree. On November 6th, my parents and I announced that I would instead be following my heart and attending esthetician school. Steve Jobs had some words of encouragement about following your dreams switch states. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Stay hungry, stay foolish. This quote embodies the fact that we still have time, even to make mistakes. No matter what you decide to do after today, make sure you do it with your whole heart and a cup of ambition. Dolly Parton makes it simple in stating, "Don't get so busy making a living that you forget to make a life." Many people around us have the desire to work hard and make money, but some forget that we only have one life to experience. Truly live your life while you have the chance. I don't have much more advice to give as I am only 17 years old and still figuring out my life. With that being said, I will leave you with this quote from Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You are the one who will decide where to go. I cannot wait to see where you'll go and which direction you'll choose. Congratulations, class of 2022. I'm proud of each and every one of you. I'm also thankful to the family and faculty that pushed us to be here today. And I'm most importantly thankful for my mom who taught me that I could do anything in life as long as I did it with my heart. We've made it to today, which confirms our capabilities. I cannot wait to see where we'll be in the future. Now we will hear graduation remarks from our board chair, Matt Evans.
Incredible. Hey, class of 2022, on behalf of the Board of Education and the City of Dalton, congratulations on reaching this milestone of your high school graduation. From this moment forward, the primary focus of your life is summed up in a simple word that then forms a series of questions. The word is what? The questions that follow are many. What are you going to do now? What do you want to study? What do you want to pursue as a job or a career? What path will you take? What's next? For roughly the past 18 years, what has been somewhat predetermined and decided for you. Now what is very much up to you. Some of you already know the answer. Some of you don't. And that's okay, because for most of you, the answer is going to change. So allow me to change the question tonight and the focus from what to how. I believe that while what is an important question, that how is an even better question, because at the end of the day, how you do whatever you do will be the determining factor of your life. Think for a moment about the teachers and the coaches and the adults and other people that you most want to thank tonight. Yes, what they did, what they taught, what they coached mattered. But what was more important was how they did it. And that is what is so impactful and memorable to you. And trust me, you will long after this remember their how more than their what. So what I would like to do tonight is to offer you an option for how you should approach, how you should handle, how you should move into and face whatever comes next for you. In fact, I'll even up the ante a little bit and dare you to live this way. Dare you to approach college, career, military, marriage, family, faith, passion, and life as a whole this way. Now, my dare to you is actually not my idea. It comes from the first century Roman Empire. The Romans had a law designed to support their soldiers that were deployed throughout their vast territory. This law required any person, when asked, to carry a Roman soldier's pack for 1 mile. At the end of that 1 mile, the person could drop the pack and then walk away. 1 mile was the law, the limit, the expectation, a person's duty and obligation. And using that context, Jesus, as part of his most famous sermon, uttered these words that leaders, gurus, Fortune 500 companies, preachers, and teachers have echoed for over 2,000 years. Whoever forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. So class of 2022, here is my dare for how you should approach what comes next for you. Whatever you do, go the extra mile. Live your life on the 2nd mile, not the 1st. You see, the 1st mile is obligation. The 2nd mile is opportunity. The 1st mile is what's expected. The 2nd mile is the willingness to go above and beyond the call of duty, and in so doing to blow people's minds. Mile 1 can be described as work without a smile, water without ice, tea without the sweet, chips without salsa, a kiss without affection, a Japanese steakhouse without the yum-yum sauce, life without passion, acquaintance without friendship, and Chick-fil-A without the "it's my pleasure." In reality, the 2nd mile is an attitude and a mindset more than a distance. It's how you will approach whatever you do. The 1st mile is the minimum. It's the shortest and the easiest road. Most people live life on this mile. What they do it the mile one way. Mile two is much less traveled and much less congested. So I dare you, 2022, live on the second mile. I dare you to excel. I dare you to be the best you can be. I dare you to put others before yourself, to follow the golden rule, even on social media. I dare you to refuse to get cynical and bitter, but to stay hopeful and get better. I dare you not to scheme, not to look for ways to do as little as possible. I dare you to choose the hard right over the easy wrong. I dare you to become a second miler. I have no idea how your story reads right now. It might be a comedy, a drama, a suspense, or an action adventure. But I know how it can read if you live it on the second mile. Second mile living is the way to maximize potential, overcome adversity, create and seize opportunities, build trust, earn respect, and make a difference. Now let's be honest. As author Steve Warner reminds us, no one is born a second miler. Otherwise, Jesus would not have needed to teach it. Because being a second miler is not natural or normal, I'll share how to recognize when you are approaching the second mile. The second mile will take you uncomfortably outside your comfort zone. It will require you to find your broom. It sort of looks like a puma. It might ask you to do something akin to eating a live frog. And at times, the second mile will seem like a proverbial moonshot. So all of those need a bit of an explanation. First, let's talk about leaving your comfort zone. When I graduated from Dalton Public Schools in 1993, I went off to the Naval Academy, an institution steeped in tradition and built on honor and respect and commitment. My family was patriotic. I enjoyed discipline and structure. My parents raised me to show respect, to say sir or ma'am. I thought I was ready, but I soon learned I was only on the first mile and about to get uncomfortably out of my comfort zone. Soon after arriving in Annapolis, I learned through an uncomfortable amount of yelling and doing an uncomfortable number of push-ups that saying no sir or yes ma'am was insufficient. I learned what a sir sandwich was. Every answer was sir, yes sir, or ma'am, no ma'am. All yeses and no's sandwiched with sir or ma'am. Second mile respect, second mile honor. So don't ever fear leaving your comfort zone. It's actually the exit ramp for leaving the first mile. Sometimes the second mile feels like holding a broom. Take legendary basketball coach John Wooden from UCLA, who won 10 national championships over 12 seasons. While he coached basketball for a living, his calling was to impact people, which you simply cannot do on the first mile. And with all those national championships, guess what he was found doing in the middle of the week? Going into the closet, grabbing a broom, and sweeping the gym floor. 2022, wherever you find yourself, find your broom. Whatever you do next, don't forget to look for the broom. And there will be a sign hanging near it, which reads second mile ahead. If we could put a picture in the idiomatic dictionary next to the phrase second mile, I believe it would actually be a picture of a puma, specifically the Puma Nation. You, the class of 2022, are the first to graduate from the Dalton Academy. You have led the way, you have set the tone, you have taken the second mile to be here today. Your administrators and teachers went the second mile to start this school, to create pathways and pursue unique opportunities for you, to craft a culture and to build an identity. And your soccer team, well, a school simply cannot win a state championship in its first year of existence unless you are a bunch of second milers. And I speak on behalf of so many people in our community. We have absolutely loved watching this school in year one operate on mile two. As many here at the Dalton Academy can attest, many times the second mile will feel hard and daunting, like landing someone on the moon, and it will be like eating a live frog. Allow me to explain the frog part. Mark Twain reportedly gave the following advice. If you ever have to eat a live frog, it's best done first thing in the morning. And furthermore, if you have to eat 2 live frogs, he recommended eating the bigger one first. Now, I know this scenario is actually highly unlikely, but it makes a great point. Do the hard things first. The second mile will require you to do the hard things to get to the best things. Like taking a moonshot, which metaphorically speaking is an ambitious undertaking to achieve a monumental goal. Historically, the moonshot was our nation's 7-year effort involving 400,000 people to safely land a person on the moon. Listen to President Kennedy in 1962 explaining this goal in a speech. He said, "Why, some say, the moon? Why choose this as our goal? We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do other things not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is the one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one in which we intend to win." If you are going to be on the second mile, you're going to need to eat some frogs and take some moonshots. Which brings to mind the words of the poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who said, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, toiled ever upward through the night." Class of 2022, today is a day of celebration for you and your families. But let today also be a day of decision. Decide that while you cannot always know or control what your life will entail or what you will face, you can choose how to live your life. Maybe you decide to take my dare. Maybe you decide to leave your comfort zone, find your broom, and shoot for the moon. And that come what may, you too will be a second miler. May God richly bless you in the future that awaits you on the second mile.
At this time, it is a great pleasure and an honor for me, Matthew Medeiros, principal of the Dalton Academy, to certify to the chairman of the school board, Mr. Matt Evans, members of the Dalton Public Schools School Board, and our superintendent, Dr. Scott, that these assembled members of the class of 2022, having met the requirements set by the school board, are ready to receive their high school diplomas.
Thank you, Dr. Medeiros. Chairman Evans, Dalton Board of Education, is with great pleasure I present to you the Dalton Academy Class of 2022. By the authority and power vested in me as Superintendent of Dalton Public Schools, I do now confer upon these candidates who have met all graduation requirements placed upon them by the state of Georgia and by Dalton Public Schools Board of Education, that they are now eligible to come forward to receive their diplomas.
Ashley Alvarez. Linda Ramirez. Christopher Acobo. Lexis Bell Stacy. Mia Ashley Carvajal. Johnny Lee Sims Jr. Rosember Aguilar Domingo. Natalia Mercedes Angelatz Castillo. Milber Adelaido Carrillo Pérez. Aaron Osorio. Daniel Isaac Resendiz. Julia May Adams. Haley Madison Atkins. Geraldine Agüero. Yacir Ulysses Aguirre. Kaylee Fabrine Arias. Everardo Arreguín. Jacqueline Ayala. Ana Karen Beltrán. Beatriz Andrea Borrego. Lachey Ariana Bowman. Evie Guadalupe Cano. Maya Kiana Cedillo. Brian Chavez Maqueda. Reese Alexander Chadwick. Carlos Gilberto Colasso. Jorge Ricardo Concheno Pérez. Adrian Aaron Cruz. Jose Juan Cruz Flores. Amiria Shalise Idris Davis. A Miracle Khalees Idris Davis. Tori Unique Norma del Rosario. Jennifer Guadalupe Delgado Moreno. Harlan Nathaniel Dennison. Eric Samuel Escalante. Denise Espinoza. Ashley Estrada Forcado. Fernando Garcia. Geronimo Garcia. Isaiah Michael Fagans Georges. Alejandra Gil. Adrian Granados. Paulina Iraiz Guijarro Luna. Drake Andrew Hardson. Melvin Hernandez.
Let's go! Yeah, Melvin! Yeah! Papa Melvin! Yeah, Melvin!
Juan Hernandez Gomez. Olivia Mariera Hidalgo. Yahia Hassam Hussein. Chanel Ibarra. Deshaun Tyrell Jackson. Oscar Daniel Jaramillo. Julia Marie Long. Larry Lopez. Anaya Daileni Lotifs. Desiree Abigail Luke. Elijah Ray Luna. Noé Martinez. Emerson Joel Martinez Eguigure. Honesty Zamaria Morris. Kiara Marie Moses. Madison Elaine Nelson. Christopher Michael Nuno. Gary Manuel Ortiz. Rosario Salvador Paniagua Ramos. Kina Kailani Ferengen. Abner Rodolfo Pedro Antonio. Jacqueline Perez Santizo. Leslie Nicole Posada Garcia. Antonio Ramirez. José de Jesús Ramírez Ramírez. Ricky Dean Ray. José Manuel Reyes. Ladesha Ariana Samantha Roberts. Ashley Madison Rogers. Astrid Pamela Savillon Sagastume. Dasani Zaquan Santez Salmons. Yahaira Giselle Sanchez. Vincent Steve Servin. Abdallah Nafis Shahid. Matthew Edward Sherwood. Jurette Elaine Vargas. Roesbel Vélez. Brianna Villanueva Estrada.
He's very embarrassed. What do you mean? That's it. That's it. What's next thing? He's gonna be 18.
I started learning how to cook when I was 9 years old.
No, you didn't. You don't get on house.
Well, class of 2022, you did it. Congratulations. This group is filled with hardworking, respectful young men and women anxious to commence with the rest of their lives. Before you leave here today, I want to challenge you. Boomers, I want to challenge you to make a difference in this world and leave a legacy. Live in the moment. Strive to develop meaningful relationships with all you encounter, and be grateful every day for the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life. Oftentimes, we take for granted the awesome responsibility that we have been given. We focus too much time and energy on the things that we cannot change instead of focusing on the things that we can change. Be mindful of the minefields that surround you as you navigate your way through life, and focus on the rays of sunshine above rather than the pits that exist below. A mind full of positivity will always defeat a minefield of negativity. Greatness is a choice. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you want to see in the world." Every day we are blessed with an opportunity to improve ourselves and the lives of those around us. Make every day count, because you never know when it will be your last. The great Kung Fu Panda said, "Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift," which is why we call it the present. Class of 2022, it's been an honor and a pleasure to serve as your principal. I truly appreciate the dignity and respect that you have shown me, and I admire the hard work and determination that you have exhibited. As you go out into the world, continue to be a trailblazer, the leaders that you are, as part of this historical first graduating class at the Dalton Academy. And don't ever forget where you came from. Long live Puma Nation. Larga vida a la Nación Puma. At this time, please welcome Linda Ramirez once more to lead our graduates in the tassel ceremony.
Class of 2022, please stand. Tonight is a night for celebration. No matter what we embark on, in the next stage of our lives, we are united in the fact that we are each unique and special. And we are united in the fact that we will always and forever be Pumas. So, let's take this next step together and turn our tassels from the right side to the left side to symbolize our transition to the next adventure. Congratulations, class of 2022, we did it.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Standing right here talking to you down another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place.
Sonia!